Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the general methods for obtaining hydrogen from various metals. So you have various chemical reactions through which you can obtain water. First is the reaction of metal and water. When now metals, what you will go do is that metals we will go in activity series. First metal in activity series is what? Potassium. Potassium acts with cold water and that gives you potassium hydroxide and hydrogen. The reaction is given you on the screen, but this reaction is usually not used. Why is that so? This reaction is very violent and very exothermic. If it gives a lot of heat, and therefore it can ignite the hydrogen, it can burst the place. Therefore this reaction is not used. Sodium reacts with water, giving you again sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Again, this reaction is little violent, and also that the sodium melts in a globule and darts about in this water. So therefore, it becomes difficult to collect this hydrogen. Again, the calcium which is there, if you react with cold water, you will get calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. This reaction is slightly violent, but here the main reason is that calcium is expensive, so you can't use calcium. Then you have magnesium, which reacts with steam, not cold water. Now this reacts with steam to give us magnesium oxide and hydrogen. So this is another formula you will get now. After that, calcium, whatever elements are there in activity series that produce hydrogen, the formula is this. The magnesium reacts with steam, the reaction is low. Then aluminium and zinc again react with water to give you aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, giving you and hydrogen. So they both react with boiling water. And iron, when it reacts with boiling water, it gives you iron oxide and this hydrogen. And this reaction is this reaction is reversible. General methods for obtaining hydrogen from metals and acids. Metal plus acid give you salt plus hydrogen. Okay, magnesium, which is there, when you react it with dilute hydrochloric acid, it will give you magnesium chloride and hydrogen. The reaction can be done with the hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, giving you respective salt and hydrogen. So again, the same thing is done with all other elements. You don't react potassium, sodium and calcium. Already they are so reactive just with water. You think what can happen with acid? The whole area will burst. Therefore, it is not usually used. Then nitric acid, which is there, is not used for preparing hydrogen. Why? Because nitric acid is strong oxidizing agent. Means when this nitric acid breaks with the metal, what will happen is that it will give nascent oxygen. Oxygen is what? O2, but this nascent oxygen is only O. This is highly reactive, and therefore it can react with the hydrogen that is formed. When it reacts with the hydrogen, what will happen? H2O, that is water, will be formed. Therefore you don't use nitric acid. Lead is also cannot use, and it can prepare a precipitate, that is an insoluble substance. Therefore the reaction will stop there itself and hydrogen will not be produced. The general method for obtaining hydrogen from metals and alkalis. Again, the potassium, sodium and calcium are not used here because they can again form an explosive reaction. Then here you can see all the metals you react with alkali that give you salt and hydrogen. So zinc, aluminium and this lead which are there are also called as amphoteric in nature because these are these can react with both alkalis and acids to give you salt and water. So here is a summary for the preparation of hydrogen. I hope you must have understood about preparation of hydrogen. Thank you.